Telegram is the name that comes up time and time again, isn't it, Samuel? Why is it preferred?
It's preferred because it was really the first to encryption and the first to market its encryption. But this story is absolutely fascinating because you and I have spent so much time talking about the need for encryption because of privacy after all of the hacking stories that we reported on. And now this is the flip side. What happens when people can go dark? They can use these apps. I want to just put up a chart. This study found what are the apps that they're using the most, the terrorists, after tracking them in some online forums. And like you said, Telegram, #1, about 34% of alleged terrorists are using the app. After it, an app called Signal, not one we've heard about that often, with 15%. WhatsApp with 15%, and then another one called Wicker with 14%. So you see they like to use a variety of apps there, but Telegram is the #1 app.
Well, how did this group figure out which apps jihadists use? Because it seems as though they're supposedly encrypted. I mean, how did they figure this out? Are they monitoring conversations between them?
Exactly. Quite clever way. They decided to go into the forums, not the actual messaging services, the forums that they know that terrorists like to use to recruit people, and they started tracking when they handed over their contact information. If someone said, well, contact me here, Telegram username, da-da-da-da-da, WhatsApp username or number, and that's the way they were able to figure it out, tracking more than 2,000 people. Interesting to note, WhatsApp is up there. You and I have been talking a lot about WhatsApp lately, but it's actually fallen, they say, after there were some reports that said that investigators were able to crack some information from WhatsApp, maybe before all that encryption went global, and now WhatsApp being used less by the terrorists.
Now, time and time again, Samuel, we keep hearing that obviously these technology companies, many people say, have a moral obligation to try and stop this happening, and they say that that contrasts with their moral obligation to keep conversations private and encrypted. Where are we in the fight against jihadists online?
It's interesting because I think that the big social media companies have made a lot of progress. They're able to get ISIS Twitter accounts down faster, ISIS Facebook videos down faster. So on the one hand, I think it's fair to say that we've made a lot of progress there. On the other hand, encryption is getting bigger and bigger in everyday life, also in the use of terrorists. So I think we've lost ground there. The head of the FBI continues to say people go dark and it gets harder and harder to track their activities.